Here's something most women don't know. Having a period doesn't mean you're ovulating. You can bleed every month and still not be releasing an egg. And this matters whether you're trying to get pregnant, trying not to, or just want to understand your own body better. I'm a midwife, and today I'm walking you through exactly how to know if you're ovulating, what to look for, and what to do if you're not. Let's start with the basics, because I think ovulation is one of those things that women are never properly educated about, even though it's happening in our bodies every single cycle. Ovulation is when one of your ovaries releases a mature egg. That egg then travels down your fallopian tube towards the uterus. It's only viable, meaning available to be fertilized, for around 12 to 24 hours. Sperm, on the other hand, can survive for up to 5 days inside the body. So the fertile window, the time when pregnancy is actually possible, is roughly 6 days per cycle. The 5 days before ovulation and the day of ovulation itself. Ovulation is also what triggers the production of progesterone, the hormone that stabilizes your mood, supports your cycle, and prepares the uterus for possible pregnancy. No ovulation means no progesterone spike, and that matters for your health, not just your fertility. So, how do you actually know if you're ovulating? Here are the signs to look for. Sign number 1, cervical mucus changes. This is the most reliable natural sign. The days leading up to ovulation, your discharge changes. It becomes clearer, more slippery, more stretchy, and generally more copious. A lot of women describe it as egg white consistency. That's actually a useful comparison. This mucus is your body creating the perfect environment for sperm to travel. Sign number 2, basal body temperature shift. Your resting temperature, taken first thing in the morning before you get up, rises slightly after ovulation. We're talking 0.2 to 0.5 degrees Celsius. It's subtle, but if you track it consistently over a few months, a clear pattern emerges. Sign number 3, ovulation pain. Some women feel a dull ache or a twinge on one side of the lower abdomen around the time of ovulation. This is called Mittelschmerz, or German for middle pain. Not everyone gets it, but it's very real. Sign number 4, increased sex drive. This is biology being very straightforward. Your body knows when it's fertile. A lot of women notice a natural increase in libido around ovulation. Now, what if you're tracking all of this and you're not seeing those signs? Or your cycles are really irregular and unpredictable? That's what I want to talk about next, because this is where it gets really important. Not ovulating is called anovulation, and it's more common than people realize. It doesn't mean something is catastrophically wrong, but it does mean your body is telling you something. The most obvious sign is irregular periods. Cycles that vary a lot in length, or periods that are very far apart, or very light, or completely absent. Other signs can include no change in cervical mucus throughout your cycle, a flat basal body temperature chart with no clear rise, and no positive ovulation tests. You can get these at any supermarket or pharmacy, by the way. The most common causes of anovulation are PCOS, which we talked about in my last video, high stress, under-eating or over-exercising, thyroid issues, elevated prolactin levels, and sometimes just being at the extremes of your reproductive years, very young or approaching perimenopause. If you suspect you're not ovulating, the first step is to have a conversation with your doctor or your midwife. A simple blood test on day 21 of your cycle can measure progesterone levels, and that gives a strong indicator of whether ovulation has indeed occurred. Depending on the cause, there are really effective treatments, from lifestyle changes to medications that can trigger ovulation if needed. You're not stuck. There is support available. Your cycle is not just about periods and pregnancy. It's a monthly health report from your body. Learning to read it is one of the most empowering things you can do for your health. And I'm so curious to know, did you ever learn about ovulation when you were in school? Because in my experience, most women weren't taught any of this, and I really do believe that needs to change. Drop your answer in the comments below, and if you found this information useful, Share it with somebody. It might help someone. And don't forget to like this video because that lets YouTube know that this is valuable information. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.